Some of them proved to be extremely helpful to the investigation, such as Freddy Kellogg. Freddy revealed to the detectives that Bob would regularly drug his guests before engaging in sex with them, regardless of their consent, and that he threatened to blackmail them if they told anybody about what he'd done. He even identified 3 of the victims in the Polaroids as Todd, Robert, and Larry. The first major breakthrough came with the identification of the head in the backyard as belonging to Larry, allowing the authorities to formally charge Bob with his murder. But to the investigators' surprise, at his arraignment Bob pled guilty to killing Larry, looking to exploit a loophole that meant he could not be sentenced to death for the crime. But when the investigators were able to also confirm the identity of the skull found in the gallery as belonging to Robert using dental records, it was made clear to Bob that the death penalty would be being pursued in his case. As a result, Bob pled not guilty to his murder, meaning his case would have to go to trial. However, soon after, Bob's attorneys approached the prosecution with a deal, claiming Bob would confess to 6 murders he had committed, revealing every detail about them, in exchange for a life sentence, and for them not seizing his property. Once again, he had found a way to maintain control of the situation. After deliberating their options, the prosecution decided to accept Bob's deal. So over 3 days, spanning more than 700 pages of transcription, Bob openly told the investigators every disturbing detail about everything he had done to all 6 of his victims. When he'd finished telling his story, it was clear to everyone that if his 7th victim hadn't managed to escape, Bob would have likely continued taking many, many more lives.